here to record another video with you, son.
Yep.
Alright, this Christmas card is different, son, because it reminds me of, well, all these Christmas cards. I'll start off with one family that gave me a Christmas card. The reason I remembered them is because they were in the jacuzzi and somebody accused the couple of having sex
And what?
in the jacuzzi when I was the security guard. And that was one of the other people. Now this card was from 2002. And the reason I remember them is because they were such a loving family.
It says, Happy Holidays to Danny. May your holidays be full of happiness, followed by a wonderful new year. Merry Christmas from Megan, Grandma, and Grandpa.
Alright, so Megan was 9 years old. 12 years later, she's 22 years old now, or 21. Alright. I have spoken with them recently.
$20.
Yeah, they gave us $20.
Wait, you've spoken to them recently?
Well, in the last 8 years, I spoke with them, and Megan no longer lived with her parents. She lived with Grandma and Grandpa.
Why?
And these two were just so much love for each other, the Grandma and Grandpa.
But why?
Why doesn't Megan live with her own mom and dad?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Grandma and Grandpa didn't tell me. But what I do remember about this is that I met a girl at work, right? She walked in and was looking for a job, but I saw her eyes and she saw mine, and we were instantly attracted to each other. So I told her that we were not hiring, but I probably gave her information like go over here, go over there. I was always being polite. When she came back a week later, I knew that she came for me. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, my heart is beating faster and faster.
Mm-hmm.
I start panting, having trouble breathing.
Now, can you scoot a little?
Yeah, man. Am I out too much?
Yeah, I need a little.
So then what happened was, we're not supposed to have sex at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could get fired for stuff like that. So I thought of my options. I could take her to the basement of the building where I work, have sex with her there, and chances are some of the old people living in the building would catch us. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Then I'd be reported. Then I would be fired. So my other option was to take her to the freezer. Not the freezer. Well, it is a freezer. It's up in the roof of the building. To have sex with her there.
Cold in the freezer.
Yes. Well, it's actually a cold room for the air conditioners.
So it's super cold?
Yes. But then I said, how long will it take? And then I started thinking, well, technically I do have a wife. That was
and also, by the way,
Mhm.
I gotta tell you something.
Yeah.
Did it ever occur to you, before you met eye to eye,
Mhm.
that she wasn't coming for you?
No, because there was no other reason to show up.
Okay, keep going.
So I started thinking about this particular family, and this particular family knew about my wife and child at the time, your sister. And I said, well, what do I do?
Can I make a paper airplane out of this?
Yes, go ahead and make a paper airplane. So instead, I gave the girl a ride home. And I met her mom and her sister. And I was amazed that her mom didn't say anything. Maybe just looked up. She was sewing or something like that. She just looked up, looked at me, and then that's it. She wasn't very polite. Her cousin, another girl, it was like an old girl house, you know. It's like her cousin had a grin on her face. She was like, "Oh, this is your new boyfriend. Oh, I'm gonna tell everybody." You know, somebody like that. That was the cousin. And her sister, and this is where favoritism comes in. Her sister was a college student.
And?
Her younger sister was a college student.
And?
And this one doesn't have a car, is on the bus. Why is her mother so clearly favoring the younger sister? How is that possible? How is it that, like for instance, let's say you have two kids and you give one of them a car and the other one is walking around on foot.
Wait, I forgot how to make a boat.
That's all right. So then time went on, and of course I had one major drawback. I couldn't find her home when I went to visit her a few days later. You know, that has always been a big problem. Because I write things down. You know why?
Why?
Well, if you drive by, you don't know this house from the other, right? Unless there's something irregular about the house. Maybe the mailbox has a fish-looking mailbox or something.
Oh, now I remember.
What? Oh, you remember how to do it, yeah. And so I couldn't find her house, and I didn't put her phone number in my
Phone?
no, in my wallet, because just in case my current wife would have found it. Right. So it's tricky. But I always remember her. Oh,
Got
well.
it.
Oh well.
Sort of.
That's what happens when you meet some people. I mean, you just totally... And it's more than physical attraction.
There
It's
you
like...
go.
It's a wonderful attraction.
It was hard, but ow, that's pointy.
Mm-hmm. That's a beautiful boat. I think it would last quite a while. All right, so because of this family, I didn't... What is it? I behaved myself. It's like men, usually they behave in the daytime, but at night, they get these... It's like the movie where the good guy has to do battle. Have you seen The Werewolf?
Yeah.
Where he locks himself up,
Yep.
and for some reason he escapes.
Yeah.
Something goes wrong, you know, and he's locked up, and he cages himself in, and he just escapes. It's very difficult. You have to conquer not just your brain, not just your stomach, but you gotta conquer all of your body. Not just your tongue. If you can conquer your tongue, you'll be able to conquer everything else, the Bible says. Even your, what's called sexual desire. Alright, let's do another video about this in Spanish.